Alrighty, guys. So it is 3:30 this Monday, September 22nd, and we got nothing but a market which is trading higher. So we got into that 2 o'clock hour. I was watching carefully here to see if we're going to get some weakness. Well, a little bit of weakness here at 2 o'clock, knocked it down a little bit, but then right back in it again. So I would say we are net buying. This market is just heading higher, and we are definitely extending to the upside. So we're backing in the move out of the middle to the upside. We have not changed that dynamic today. I was pretty sure after the overnight that we would be in that mode. You see, the last few days we have been extending to the upside, and now we're actually making pretty good highs here. So I would stay on the long side of this. It doesn't look like market is ready to back off anytime soon. So well, that's how we're going to get started. So looking to buy weakness at this point, starting from the long side of the market. Looking to buy against support. I would say look at the mode 6450s would be aggressive. The single prints at 6740s. The reverse retest here at the 6730s. If they back off further than that, I think we take off the long bias and go back range bound. But that's kind of the dynamic. Going to update this level going into the overnight going into tomorrow's trading. But staying on the long side at this point, we'll see how it looks by tomorrow. But pretty freaking good start of the week, right? I have not taken any trades today. I was watching this in disbelief and working on some other stuff as well, but I have not found a decent pullback to get long against. I mean, the best one happened here at 2 o'clock, and I wasn't unfortunately paying attention to it. This one here would have been almost got me caught on the short side, but they ran it down, faked you out on the downside, and then absolutely reversed it down. So if you try the short trade here on the as they start taking out that habit, you would just been caught in a shitty trade. So that's been the setup for today all day. So staying on the long side of this. Let's see how it goes in the overnight and into tomorrow, but no reason to try to be aggressive on the short side. We are still in the move out of the middle, and one of our rules: don't step in front of it. Don't let the market. If anything, you would trade it from the long side, but if you're going to take short trade, be very mindful of what you're doing and keep your stops tight. In a day like this, you would have been run over every single time. It's been brutal. Tomorrow morning we get some news. 8:30 we get current account. We get PMI composite at 9:45. And we have a speaker. We have Richmond Fed Manufacturing at 10. So 8:30, 9:45, and 10 we have news. Then we have a 2-year auction at 1. So that's what we got going tomorrow morning. Not a whole lot, a little bit of news. But I will start staying on the long side and see how far you can take it. This is pretty aggressive on the long side. So surprising given that we don't have much news coming out of the weekend or anything like that. Nothing really spectacular which would drive the market like this. But money's coming off the sidelines. Looks to me like the net buying is what's going on, institutional buying. Looking at the bonds and the Nasdaq, so bond market backed off a little bit, but they're holding that 116.08. So it's pretty interesting that they can hold on to that. So that means that we are not taking out this level. We are not trading back into this range. We're not returning back to 114s yet, at least. So at this point, I would stay range bound. I would still look for this to hold, which means that we may see them trade back up again. We'll see if that materializes or not. Now, if they can't make that happen, and you see them start to folded that thing together too fast, let me see that one. If you see this guy starts trading above that 116, 18 to 20, I would be a lot more aggressive on the long side to see if they can retrace this to the upside. So I would be basically a retest failure here, holding. It's not a beautiful retest failure. They started probing below it pretty good, but they are down here to 116, and if 116 holds, we may have a shot at trading higher. If it comes out though and they stay below it, I think we may run down to that 114, but so far they're holding on to their gains. No trades on the bonds. I haven't taken any trades today, by the way. Nothing. I mean, we're watching this in disbelief. The day like this, you kind of have to chase the market. It's that most awkward thing. The opportunities you get are these little pullbacks. This is like baby pullbacks. It's really difficult. You got to be really aggressive on them if you want to get in. Otherwise, you miss them. Now, Nasdaq also heading higher at a pretty good clip. They're up here to 25,000. They hit 25,000. So, yeah, hit the milestone. Let's hope it's not the end of the run, 25,000. But definitely staying on the long side of this, see how far they can take it. So, looking to buy weakness on the Nasdaq at this point against that ledge here at the 970s. It's against the 930s. And then, of course, down here at the 880s for rotations up again. And let's see where they end up closing. But at this point, staying on the long side going into the overnight. And then finally, oil and gold. Gold is heading higher, heading higher at a pretty good clip. They're heading up to 3,800. And this is what kind of puzzling. I mean, it's the gold trading higher like that. Usually there's a reason for it. There's someone is buying gold. For what reason? If it's geopolitical concern, if there's something else going on. But someone is buying gold at a bit of a good clip, sucking up all the available gold and driving up prices. So, and it's been an absolute run. It almost doubled in price since not too long ago. Let's see. I don't have a good. We had to go back quite far to see how far that went. But looking at the capital flow and goal, going back here, you can go. You said, yeah, you had to really compress it, but we have been down here, way down to like 2000. So it's straight a shot to the upside. Eventually, we're going to see some weakness, but right now I'm thinking that there's some global concerns out there. Why they're buying it? I haven't got a really good answer if it's geopolitical concerns, if it's just the central banks hoarding gold. But then again, you have to ask yourself, why are they hoarding gold? And it's always a concern. Gold is one stable asset. It's limited, it's stable, and the fact that they're hoarding it like this, it has to give you pause. There's something is cooking out there, I think. But so far, I would just trade it from the long side. Look to buy weakness. Same story there. I have a couple of single prints to buy against the 36, 37.70s, 37.60s. If they trade below that 36, 37.46s reverse the stay session, I would be on the short side pretty aggressively. So, and gold can reverse this pretty hard. I mean, that's it. They can certainly move this lower at a pretty good clip. So it's volatile, difficult trading. I have not tried to trade gold today. And oil, they were down here testing the lower support area. So far, they're holding, have not attempted to blow through the lower support area. So I would be looking for early strength and see if they can retrace this further to the upside in the overnight. And if they can, I just back range bound. If they start, we've seen an attempt to take this lower. Look for buying opportunities against that support area 61.75 and the 61.40 to 50s. If both of them comes out, hop on the short side and we may be heading lower at that point. So that's oil and gold. So a pretty spectacular day, I have to say. And it kind of bumps me out. I cannot find a spot to get long. One of these days, you just technically just had to get in and get on it, you know. But that's also the few and far between days like this when you can when you're safe doing that. Normally, you end up getting in and they have a reversal and they go back and forth and they shake you out and all sorts of stuff going on, and it just gets gnarly. But today has been one net buying day across the board, so. We'll take it. All right, guys, we'll wrap it there, and I'll see you guys back in the morning. Now, we'll see if this little rally has stamina to hold on in the overnight. So I'll leave it there, guys. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Later.